Remember this guy? This is Ricky Jones, a now suspended Labour Party councillor, and he went viral on social media after a video of him was posted making a speech in front of thousands of people in London. And by the way, this was a left-wing rally. And he told those people over a microphone that they should all, with words to the effect of, we should all unalive the far right and get rid of them. Now, he was, of course, cheered by the left-wing crowd, the ever so kinder, gentler, progressive lot, while a member from Amnesty International and a school teacher stood next to him laughing. Quite telling, isn't it? Now, this event was policed by the Met, but they didn't lift him. He was only arrested after it was pointed out to them. The reason they haven't is because of a two-tier justice system. And can you imagine someone going on stage at one of Tommy Robinson's rallies and saying the same thing? So anyway, this fellow Ricky Jones, he has still not been sentenced, and this was 2 weeks ago, after being arrested for inciting violence. And according to the Met Police, he won't be in court for at least another fortnight. Now, the reason for this is Ricky Jones hasn't been sentenced because he hasn't been convicted. And he's not been convicted because he didn't enter a plea at his first hearing in court, which now has to go to trial. Now, this is a stark contrast to all the so-called far-right people who were fast-tracked into a jail sentence within 72 hours at the behest of Keir Starmer's government, who quite literally strong-armed authorities to do so. According to sources, they were told to plead guilty at the earliest opportunity in order to receive a shorter sentence. I mean, this really bugs me because I worked in the criminal justice system for 11 years. And the time between if you go to trial or if you get found guilty to your actual sentencing, it takes quite a while. Because you need reports, pre-sentencing reports, etc. in order for the judge who sentences you to make a balanced decision. But no, these people at the protests and who dared to post social media so-called inaccurate information, etc. They were told to plead guilty, and when they did, the system had them, and off to jail they went. And these people received 2 to 3 year sentences. I mean, they're not light sentences. You may think that. And I've seen wrong-uns get far less, and even get no custody sentences at all. But this guy, the suspended Labour councillor, who called for people to be hacked to death, if you look into his wording, he has been afforded the luxury of entering no plea. And even though he has been remanded in custody, you can bet your bottom dollar he will have a stellar defence team afforded to him who will get him off. And they'll use something like, I don't know, context, or it was just a metaphor, and he'll be walking the streets again. But the people who wrote social media posts and have been labelled as far right by the government, in effect, they will still be languishing in prison. And how is that fair? Exactly. Two-tier policing, two-tier justice system, and two-tier tweeting. That's what it's all about. And of course, with the left, and I know you're watching, folks, it's okay when you do it, isn't it? And just before I go, think about this. Who do you think the so-called disgusting Nazi fascists are that Ricky Jones referred to, who, according to him, needed to be unalived and got rid of? Who do you think they are? It's you and me. And the reason this twerp needs to be locked up for a good few years is because some gullible, easily influenced, hateful, left-wing lunatic could carry out this threat, because Ricky Jones stood there in the middle of a vast crowd and meant what he said. He stood there with conviction. He was angry. His arms were waving, and a few times you can see him punching his fist in the air. And when these left-wing ideologues say what they mean, I can assure you, folks, they mean what they say. And that's that. Please let me know what you think in the comments as ever. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.